Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Final Fantasy 14 Online Stormblood. Technically, it's still Goddess Reborn. Oh, Realm Reborn? Realm Reborn. Looks like everybody's 30-day subscriptions ran out. Otherwise, there would be more traffic, I think. Ah, my punch-prone manservant, I presume. You may and shall call me Eric. You are to guard my life, even at the cost of your own, and aid in my revolutionary research whenever and however I ask. Know that my primary endeavor is to reconstruct the military histories of old through the ethereal analysis of ancient battlegrounds. I assume the words conjure in your simple mind romantic images of vast plains and open valleys, with armies charging blindly into one another. False. I seek to know where the armies of old were deployed, where they were made camp and march. No doubt you think such lands to be those sung of in the songs of bards. False. They are here, beneath our very feet, and to find them and determine precisely how events unfolded upon them is my purpose. No doubt you jumped at the chance to aid in my work. Tell me, which of my treaties have you read? All of the... None? Gods, I knew you adventurers had a reputation for being unlettered. I didn't know you actually made efforts to remain so. It matters not. I require that you only work with diligence, unlike that, Widdergelt buffoon. The man proved to be a sloth itself. Alas, he is a monk of Alahingo. I suppose the fool was too busy opening his chakra, or whatever it is those barbarians do all day. I admit he seemed keenly interested in my research, but now he's gone off to 12 nowhere, and has yet to return. Do you understand the sheer magnitude of this inconvenience? Good, good. You show that much promise, at least. But let us speak more of my work. Our first destination is the Silduth excavation site in central Thanalan. I believe events of great import to the history of Silduth transpired there. Surely if you have ears, you have heard of Silduth. Or are you as deaf as well as dull? Very well. I see you require some instruction. It would be remiss of me, as an academic, to allow you to wallow in such ignorance. Silduth was plunged into chaos in the wake of King Lalofu's demise, or the King of Springs, as he was known. Despite his success of economic reforms, fomented unrest among the people resulted in violent outbreaks throughout the kingdom. Sildath was sultan at the time, a distant descendant. Attack was ordered. And so, irony of ironies, hadn't been for that horse. Fascinating, is it not? It is enough to convince one things could not have happened any other way, no? False. One among my colleagues disagreed with this interpretation of events. He claimed to have evidence suggesting otherwise, but all trace of it disappeared before it was published. Mine own research shall unearth any such evidence should it truly exist. I shall know the truth. Granted, you are not the brightest coal in the brazier, but surely such a prospect entices you. And so we make for a Sildath excavation site in central Thanalan. Travel the way before me to see that it is safe. Once there, set up this thermometer. And should you ever care to know more about Eorzean military history, do come and see me. It is a personal crusade of mine to guide the dullards of this realm towards some modicum of enlightenment. Okay, let's go over here and start the long process of doing things to
that which separates the hands from the hands.
and take supply and provision missions.
Sacrifice.
Your current rank is Flame Private 3rd class. You wish to become Flame Private 2nd class, you must fulfill the following requirements. That's a good prize. Seal max 50,000. Completing a task in the name of Immortal Flames will earn you a payment from the Flame Seals. These seals are honored as currency within our organization. They can be used to purchase company-issue items or exchange for promotions within our ranks. There are various ways to accumulate company seals, first and foremost one of these being Grand Company-related quests. Other methods include assisting in the resolution of fate, completing Grand Company hunting objectives, or undertaking supply and provision missions. Company seals are also awarded for completing company leaves, which are issued by one of our company leave officers found across Eorzea. Owing to a reciprocal agreement, these leaves are managed jointly by the 3 Grand Companies, and thus can be accepted at any location regardless of one's affiliation. Locations are as follows: the Morby Dry Docks in Lower Anaska, the Hawthorne Hut in East Shroud, and Camp Drybone in East Thanalan. Camp Drybone is situated a short distance from Ulda. To learn more about company level, speak to the Flame Officer stationed there. Greetings, Adventure. I'm the Immortal Flames Officer charged with assisting the Order of Independent Companies, or the Free Companies as they are commonly known. How may I serve you? To get enough of these things. Constant. There isn't constant access to them. set it for level 34. Well, I'm not quite there yet, jerks. Well done. Now we need only wait for the air thermometer to gauge the... There are fiends about me, Amrai. They are often drawn to the lingering sense of blood and death. Well, this is what you're here for. Have at it. With Archelt. So good of you to drag yourself all this way, you purblind sluggard. Ah, and the Amrai. You have far exceeded what admittedly low expectations I had of you. I suppose introductions are in order. Far be it from me to deny this realm's unread the comfort of one another's company. Widgerjilt? Miamarai? Miamarai Widgerjilt. The monk I spoke of, sent to me by Garganruna. Garganruna? I tried to make a pupil of Widgerjilt as well, but he has little mind for history. His primitive beliefs in the witchcraft of chakra and spiritual energies have a tenacious hold on him. Oh, truly. This is the area where there have been sightings of walking dead. I have heard the tales. Some claim they've seen an apparition wearing the garb of an ancient commander. Careful, there are still dangers about. His work is dear to him. That is good. He thirsts for knowledge, for truth. Discovery awakens him. You too have awoken, friend. Can you not feel it? Do not be frightened. Here was a battle, long ago. Much energy remains. It has found you. It flows through you. Your chakra has been opened. This was the light that shone from you. It is as Eric said. Wigaret is my name. I am brother of the monkhood. My order is of the Fist of Relgur. Our way is to train the body and mind. It is the fist is our weapon. With it we put down our enemies. The energy within us moves the fist. The chakra is the seat of that energy. It is a sacred place. It can be opened and the life force within it controlled. Chakra exists in all that lives, in all beings, yet not all beings can open them. Much training is needed, and great discipline. With these, the life force may be commanded. There are those who require no training. The inner strength is such that it forces the chakra open. I've heard of this happening, but never have I seen it, until now. I see in you great conviction. You mean to walk the monk's path, and so I will give you this, a soul crystal, the mark of my order. None but a monk may hold it, and only then with the order's leave. But your chakra has awakened, that is clear, so you are worthy. Many bore that crystal before you. It remembers them, their breath and their movement. They will one day be yours, but your chakra must open further. Only then can the crystal's memory enter you. This is no more than the beginning. Now you must train. Learn the control of life force within you. With time, you will master it. We stand on ancient battlegrounds. A great war was waged here. The spirit of the fight lingers. The Aether reaches for the chakra. It aids in their opening, and that is why we monks seek such lands. Eric seeks these lands for his own reasons. The fates favor you in this. Follow him. Your chakra will grow ever more. Professor Eric is leaving. Fear not. I will see to his safety. Please, brother, the thermometer. Gather it and bring it to the Goldsmith's Guild. I suppose I could save myself some time, huh? Well, look who has decided to grace us with his presence. Did you enjoy the saunter back? I was just about to begin my analysis, so if you've matters to us which you wish to speak on, I'd ask you save it for... You brought back the thermometer. Excellent. I had a feeling you might not be entirely useless. Now, let us see what discoveries await. Garrett passed along a soul crystal to you? Moved to join the monkhood by the bone-headed Claude, were you? Well, I suppose it is for the best that my peoples get along. But I do believe I will see to it you are sent to separate locations for the next round of measurements. And I dare say the land to which I intend to send you was fraught with dangers. You had best tread the monk's path quickly if you mean to defend yourself. And me, besides. Next month's wealth will be available upon level 35. Okay. Guided by the souls of monks past, you have opened the chakra. Jobs. You obtained a soul crystal. Soul crystals are required to change from your current class to a more specialized job. Each job has its own crystal, which can be equipped via the armory chest. While using a job, you will have limited access to actions from other classes. You will, however, have access to new job-specific actions. Job level and attribute bonuses coincide with those of the base class. When a job level rises, so too does the level of the base class, and vice versa. This is that lamp. I'll do that next time. Okay, right on. New armor now, finally. Nope, not interested. equip them myself, or what happened there? Okay. Is the next big one. Okay. I lost half my money just for that. My god. Typical Final Fantasy. Everything's like so damn expensive. Probably went the hardest way to get here. think I was just here leveling. Welcome to the second temple of or what remains of it at least, used by the ancient Baladians as a place to worship the sun goddess. Zema, much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say that the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem that the Baldans have rigged the temple with all manners of devious traps and snares that deter temple robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in dismantling the traps, but be forewarned, many who have ventured have not yet returned. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. Oh, this level 35? I can't even use it yet. Let's see, this elements. Let's see. North Ferry to Morby Dry Docks and Lawrence. As well. Oh, I haven't been here before. That's kind of weird. Oh, where else have we been? Oh, everywhere, basically. That's right. We really haven't explored this very much. Let's see, Morby Dry Docks. Good booze. Good booze. Skiff is bound for the wolves' den, yes. Better to PvP, self-script your traits and other things. Interested in that. To finish a quest. PvP or RPG is just it's just about level and equip. There's no real different kind of skill set involved in other kind of PvP games. And this particular kind of skill set I don't care about. I don't recall seeing Ugly Mug around here before, You say that Swift sent you? He said he was sending an adventurer, not some simpering sea louse. Bah! If I'd known it was your sorry hide I'd be dealing with, I'd have spit on her recommendation papers and tossed them into the Brittany deep. But, much to my chagrin, you made it here in one piece. So listen up. They call this place the Wolves' Den, but you're no wolf. No, you're the runt of the litter, a whimpering, drooling pup who'd be lucky to suckle one drop from your mom's teat before your bigger siblings grabbed you by your neck and tossed you aside to starve like the wretch you are. Stand up straight, maggot. This ain't no place for the faint of heart. I give your sorry arse till midday before you run home with your tail between your legs, crying for your mom. You're beyond help. Because I'm feeling so goddamn generous, I'll give it to you anyway. If you have mind to learn something, come back and I'll beat it into you good and proper. And next time you show your ugly mug, I want to see your fangs. Dismissed. You can grant entry in the Wolves' Den. The floating arena is used by the Grand Companies of Eorzea as a training facility for the recruits. Inside the pit, you will match your wits against other adventurers just like you. If you're interested in joining the fight, speak with the attendant at Braveheart. I am not interested in joining this fight. Very little interest, honestly. Back to town it is. When it recharges. Explore Thanland a little bit more, or glimpse elements a little more, some charges. Do my next destination. The list. Yeah, I don't want to go there yet. Hey, look at that. Oh, place altogether. Well, that's dumb. Well, recharge that thing. Alright, well, let's go explore this place. Yeah, why not? Oh, I'm waiting. crystal here? Why don't we stop right there? This is audap 3, you're watching Final Fantasy XIV Online. Stormblood, sort of. A realm of eyes. So get the Stormblood part, which will be... who knows how long. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.